Welcome back to your home garage, and in this video I'll fix the rear defrost on this 2012 Fiat 500. Now everything on this car is so tiny and delicate. This connector broke during the winter, therefore it wasn't completing the circuit, which makes the glass defrost. Now that all the snow is gone and it's warm outside, this makes for an easier and pleasant fix. Now let's look at the other side that is connected. As you can see, it's a very small and fragile connection, which will likely cause me some issues down the road, but for now, it's connected. Now for the broken side, I'll solder it back to the windshield, but due to such a short wire and the factory weld breaking, I'll add some more wire to this, which will allow for an easier connection. First, let's test the circuit to ensure power is getting to the rear windshield. Start by turning on the car, then the rear defrost. With my test light, I'll hook up one end to the wire that broke and the other to the connection that is still intact. This tone and light is telling me the wires are energized and power is going through them, which is what I needed. Once again, because these wires are so small and short, I'll remove this connection wire and make it a bit longer and easier to fix. Just pull this tab open as shown, and then pull the wires apart. Now I'm going to expose a bit more of the wire by cutting a small portion of this protective sleeve. I need more of this wire exposed in order to solder in an extension. This is all that's needed. Now I'll combine the extension piece of wire to the factory one. Again, this will give me something longer to work with when I make the final connection to the rear windshield. Now this step may not be necessary for you, but for me, without the longer wire to create more space to work with, the current small space and materials will make it very difficult. By soldering the two together, this will make the connection a lot stronger. Now, I realize I may not be that great at soldering. However, I'm looking for a solid connection and then I'll just tape it up. Once it's cooled down, just tape the connection with electrical tape to provide another layer of protection. Now reconnect the wire and then flip the clip as shown to lock it into position. For the other end, I'll slide it into the back side of the metal connector so it stays in holes in position while I try to solder it. Now here comes the tricky part. While holding the soldering gun upside down, which isn't ideal, I'll try to make it connect. If I could get a small amount of solder to stick, then I could get more on there. The melted metal just wants to run down the soldering gun, which is what makes the final connection a bit tricky. Okay, soldering upside down definitely didn't work. So what I did was I heated the solder onto the wire, and now I'll heat it back up to make that connection. This way I'm still soldering upside down, but the solder is already in place and not running down the soldering gun upon the impact of heat. There we go, a much stronger connection than the factory one on the other side. Now let's restart the vehicle and put the rear defrost on so we can test if the current is going through our new connection. Attach the alligator clip on one side and with the probe on the other. The tone and light will tell us that we have current. Now, test each line to ensure they're energized and working properly. There you have it, an easy soldering fix to make sure your rear defrost works when you need it. So make sure you help to keep this channel going by hitting that like button, sharing this video with a friend. Also, please comment below as I reply to all. Plus, don't forget to subscribe. And we'll see you next time on your home garage.